Time is X minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good morning, Section H. Happy last day of 2110. This is Sarah, Jack, Tyler, and Ross, and this is our final design presentation report.
Here we have member Walter, known as Ross Young. Mr. Rocket Club comes first and skip all studio time, Mama's Boy, and spent over $500 on parking tickets at the MRDC. Jack Abom, he recorded 3 broken drill bits and split 50% of the wood we bought, and he also enjoys long walks on the beach and even longer walks to the studio.
Sarah, Jory, I have things that I enjoy more than building. I quit getting my nails done for this class, but no worries, I'm back to my manicures. And I never wore safety glasses except in this picture.
Tyler Harper thinks closed-toed shoes don't apply to business majors. Personally, non-closed-toed shoes are fantastic. And he struggles to communicate feelings with others, specifically Jack Abom.
Now about our project. So first, this is our matrix, and we're going to take you through a little bit about the different aspects of the points and what our team focused on. So we focused on getting the pills into the red zone and capturing Morpheus. Those were the 2 tasks that scored a lot of points.
After analyzing the requirements of the competition, we decided to create a function tree in order to make our design and maximize the amount of points we can score. So the main functions of our design had to repel the Sentinel, collect programming modules, put the red pill into the red zone, and rescue Morpheus. We developed a house of quality in order to analyze the engineering requirements and the customer requirements. Some of the most important requirements on the house of quality included the dimensional requirements of 2 foot by 1.5 foot by 1 foot, the ease of assembly and disassembly so that we could easily put together our machine and take it apart if in case a certain subsystem did not work. And we had to figure out the location of Morpheus.
This is our morph chart. We use the morph chart to come up with best-in-class solutions for each of the subfunctions. Some of our best solutions include how we captured the pills and how we captured Morpheus. As you can see, we came up with a lot of different ideas, and this was helpful to look back at throughout the design process to make sure that we were implementing the best solutions. These are the different design concepts we came up with during the planning phase.
The main chosen design concept consisted of a machine that was started by drawer sliders, which slid out into the center zone. Connected to the platform on the drawer sliders was our pill delivery system and our Morpheus arm. The pill delivery system was a rotating gear that hit the barriers of each of the red and blue zones and was set up in a way that the pills dropped 3 into the first red zone and 1 into the second red zone. The Morpheus arm was started by mouse traps and was held up by a string connected to an actuator. When the IR sensor sensed that the shield dropped, the string was in tension and the actuator actuated so that the string released its tension and captured Morpheus. A motor at the back of the machine started to turn and egressed the machine backwards. The Sentinel arm collected the Sentinel back into our home zone, and the Morpheus arm went back into Zion, which received 50 points, 80 points for the pill delivery, and there was no negative points for the Sentinel arm. So here's a video of the pill delivery system working. As you can see, we set it up so that it hits the blue zone, rotates once more, 3 balls into the red zone, 1 more ball into the red zone, maximizing our points up to 80 with a successful egress. And now here's a video of our concept working completely. As you can see, the drawer sliders go out, the Morpheus arm is in tension, waiting for the shield to drop, and the pill delivery system is working. 3 balls in red, immediately the shield drops, Morpheus is captured, and egresses back into the home zone with the Sentinel along with it. So this run would have scored us 130 points.
This is our design alternative 1, concept 2. It is drawer sliders that would slide out to retrieve the programming modules, a scissor arm that would place the pills into the red zone, as well as capture Morpheus in that tube, and there is a hook to retrieve the Sentinel when the scissor arm is retracted via the motor.
In this, there are 2 scissor arms that reach out a claw to grab Morpheus, and then there are 2 hinged arms on the side that swing and hit the tennis balls into our zone with a weight in the middle. And there's also a pusher arm on the front that pushes the dog bone into the blast zone.
So in creating our 4th concept, we actually utilized the studio itself and kind of watched other teams create their machine. And so we saw this machine working pretty well. It's a machine that moves out on a platform, and on this platform consists the pill delivery system with a switch that senses which zone goes in what, so the pills can drop in, an arm that swings around on a motor and hits Morpheus back into the zone, and programming module arms that sweep the arms back into the home zone.
This is our evaluation matrix. This is the way we scored our different concepts. Obviously, concept 1 was the winner and scored 12% higher than the next ranking score, which was concept 4, which Jack was just talking about, the platform idea. Things to note about concept 4 were the ease of the reset, the sub-functions are all independent, and the way it is able to box so easily. We took those ideas and implemented them into our final design. Now we're going to talk about results from the final competition.
So here's the video of our first round. We were very excited and nervous. Our machine went out. However, a string got caught on the Morpheus arm and accidentally went early, which affected our pills and the motor running too early. So in this round, we got lucky. Some people pushed some of the programming modules back into our zone. However, our Sentinel arm did work, and we were hoping for better results in the rounds to come.
Yeah, so in our design review, we talked to 7 different people with great results. They all had great feedback. They were very impressed with the pill delivery system. It was different than anything they had seen at the rest of the competition. They loved the orange jumpsuits and the American shorts. It was definitely a hit with everyone. We took pictures with them. We offered them candy. It was an overall solid event.
The key in our design review was really selling our machine. We really sold the mechanical pill delivery system, the way the Morpheus arm worked, and of course, we had candy. Since we were the space cadets, we wanted to design our machine in a way that kind of focused on some sort of NASA aspect. And so we designed our machine to look like the vertical assembly building, also known as the Kennedy Space Center, and all the judges loved it. As you can see in the competition, in round 1, we only scored 21 points. However, we brought it up in round 2 by retrieving Morpheus and scoring 37 points, which moved us on into round 3. In round 3, we had our most successful run, even with a faulty shield system. We scored 51 points, moving us on to round 4. A judge who was really looking very hard at our machine and noticed that our actuator actually started out, which violated rule number 29.
Dun, dun, dun.
So sad, so sad. We really thought we could have gone all the way, but I guess the other teams are lucky.
Now on to our conclusions. At the final competition, we realized the importance of boxing. We practiced with our machine many times, however, we boxed far less. That became a huge issue for us on competition day in the tight time that you have to box your machine. The second point was limiting the modes of failure. The first mode of failure was boxing. That, like I said, we realized on competition day that our pill gear did not always fit inside of the box when we were ready to go.
Another mode of failure was the Morpheus arm strings getting caught. We found the strings were difficult to deal with. Looking forward, we probably wouldn't use the pink string that we did because it's very loose and unpredictable. However, we were very glad we went for Morpheus every time, and our Morpheus arm was very successful compared to other teams. It was very quick. And it was great to see the audience react when we retrieved Morpheus because of how difficult it really was to get him. And obviously, we should read the rules before we start because we are lucky that we did not disqualify in the beginning. However, we still run the design review, even though our design was completely flawed.
Yeah, we just like to thank Professor Rashidi and Shu for all the help along the way. It was a lot of fun and a great semester.
Well done.
Yay!
And congrats to the other teams for a great semester.
that's not gonna light. Oh.